To get started, let's draw this portion first. This one up to this point here, and then attach this one later, and this too. So bring your drawing to front view. Start with line. So L for line command, click anywhere on the screen and enter 26 millimeters. And the thickness for this one is 0.25. So just use offset command, O for offset, and enter 0.25 millimeters. Click this one and click above that line. And the distance from this point here to this point is 2, and from this point to this point is also 2. So I'm gonna offset, enter 2 points, or 2 units rather. Click this line, click above it, click this line, and click there. Draw a line. Another line, in point to in point, and draw another line. So L for line command, click the in point and move your cursor along 45-degree angle and click the intersection. Before we proceed, go down to the status bar and make sure your dynamic input is on, polar tracking, object snap tracking, object snap, and hover over polar tracking, and then click tracking setting, and make sure you have a 45-degree increment angle. You can, if it's not here, click this new and enter 45 degrees to make it current, and click OK. And as you can see here, it's checked, meaning it's current. Now I'm gonna mirror this line. So type MI for mirror command, enter, select the object, right click and specify first point of mirror line. Click this midpoint here, bring your cursor upward as long as it's straight, or you can click the midpoint there too, and select no. Type TR for trim command, enter twice. Click this line and click this line. Now the distance from midpoint here, from the midpoint here up to this midpoint is 9. So I'm just gonna draw a construction line. So L for line command. So from midpoint, bring your cursor upward for 9 units. And the distance from here to here is 20. So what I'm gonna do is draw a line. I'm just gonna hover over here or shift right click and select from. Click the in point, move your cursor to the right and enter 10. And move your cursor to the left and enter 20. Now go to the ribbon and inside draw panel, click this drop down arrow and select start and radius option, and click here this in point and this in point and enter 6 for radius. I'm just gonna mirror this one. So type MI for mirror command, click this object, and from endpoint, which is the first point of mirror line, and the second point should be here, and select no. Another construction line and enter 3, and from here to here is 16. So I'm just gonna draw a line again. So L for line, right click and just hover over here and enter half of 16 is 8, and bring your cursor to the left and enter 16. Now arc again and click this endpoint to this endpoint, and the radius for that is 2. Yeah, it's 2. shown here. So mirror that and locate the first point of mirror line. You can start here as long as it's straight from here, and then click here and select no. Alright, now the next one is to draw another construction line from this point up to this point. Ignore this one and this ring here. We can attach it later. So the distance from here to here is 44. So I'm gonna draw a construction line. So line from midpoint upward, enter 44. And the line here from here to here is 16. So line again, and just hover over, then click and move your cursor, follow the green dash line, move your cursor to the right, enter 8, bring it back for 16 units. And now I'm gonna draw this arc. So arc again. And now we're gonna start from here to make the arc going to that direction. The curve is in the left side. So click this one, click that, and enter 85 for radius. Mirror this one. And select no. The next one is the distance is 3.16. So from this point to this point, I'm gonna draw another construction line upward and enter 3.16. And the line here is 19.25. It's hard to divide. I'm lazy. So L for line and enter 19.25. Move this one from midpoint and then arc again. Click from the bottom, enter that in point and enter 2 units for radius. Mirror and select midpoint, downward or upward, and select no. And the next one is 14.68 from here to here. So I'm going to draw another construction line, L, from midpoint upward for 14.68. As I've said before, ignore this one, this ring. Now the distance from here up to here is 23.02. Again, I'm just going to draw a line and enter 23.02 and then move this one from midpoint to that end point. Now I'm going to draw an arc with a radius of 10.64. So arc, start from the top or from this end point downward and enter 10.64. Mirror that one. So MI for mirror command, select this object, and from the first point here, from midpoint, you can bring it downward or upward, click and select no. Now I'm gonna offset this line here for 3 units. So O for offset command, enter and enter 3, select this line and enter a space above it, enter. And now I'm just gonna use, since this is equal, I'm just gonna use inside modify panel, I'm gonna use fillet. So click this one, right click and repeat fillet, click this line and this line. Alright, now I'm gonna trim. I'm gonna extend this one first. There you go. Now tab TR for trim command, enter twice, and just select these objects. And erase the rest of that object. This one, erase, and maybe erase this line too. erase that one, erase this one, everything here you can erase, and this one. Now draw a line, so L for line command from in point to in point. Alright, now join the broken segments by typing J for join command. Right click and select the whole thing. Just want to make sure everything is joined. Alright, now we're gonna revolve this object here. So go to the ribbon and inside modeling panel, click this drop down arrow and select revolve, or you can type REV. Click this object, right click, enter, and specify axis start point, and we can use here or here, start point, and bring it down, and the next point is here, and then enter 360 degrees. Now I'm gonna create this crown, which is this one here. And bring your drawing to top view. Draw a circle. So type C for circle command, enter, and specify center. So click this, see that blue circle at the center? Click that and enter D for diameter option and enter the highest diameter here, which is 26.03. I just want to make sure it's up there. No, it's not. So I'm just going to move this one from center up to the center here. The face of that circle above. There you go. Now I'm just gonna hide this object here to it's easier to visualize. So click the object, right click, and hover over isolate and select hide object. Now we're gonna bring this to top view, and we need the diameter of this one here, which is, okay, let me see, 16. So another circle, locate center, type D for diameter option, enter, and enter 16 units. Now to create these ones here, this object here, and there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna divide this circle into 6. So divide, enter, select the object, and enter the number. So 6, enter. You can change, sometimes this one is not visible. You can change the size for that by typing DDP type, and then you can change the size and select the symbols here that's visible, and 5 is good, so I'm just click OK. Now draw a line, so type L for line command, connect that object, this one, right click to repeat line, create a line here, line. Now I'm gonna erase this symbol, so click it, right click and select similar, and then just delete. Now I'm gonna offset this one because the distance from here to here, the gap is 2. So I'm gonna offset each side for 1 unit. So O for offset command, enter 1. Click this object here, click outside, click this object, and click this side, click this object, click this side, click here, and click here. Now I'm gonna trim. So type TR for trim command, enter twice. I'm just gonna remove these ones, remove that, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Here, remove, and then get closer because there's something sticking out. Remove that. Remove this one. Remove this one. You can roll your mouse to zoom in and out. So click this one. Roll your mouse. Click that. Clean this one and that. Right click to enter. Remove this one, delete, 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 delete this one, and erase that one. I think, okay, now I'm going to join the objects by typing J for join command. Right click to enter and select the whole thing. Let me see, I think it's one object. Now I'm going to draw a circle. Type C for circle command. Just hover over on the side so you can see the center. See that cross? I think that's the center. And just click that in point there. And then press shift and the wheel of your mouse and turn this around. See, you can do that at the same time. And then click this drop down arrow from modeling panel and select extrude. Select the object, right click to enter and bring it down for 5 units, which is the depth of this this one here. From this point to this point is 5. I'm gonna there you go. And then to bring back the hidden objects, you just right click, hover over isolate and click or select an object isolation. There you go. Now it's easy to see if we use shaded with edges. So go to home, select subtract command from the ribbon. Click this object you want to keep. Right click and select this one that you want to remove to subtract from the bigger object. This one, and the one inside. There you go. Right click and there. Now the next thing to do is to create a cone, this one here, which is this one, and this sphere. So what I'm gonna do is so go to home, click this drop down arrow, select cone, hover over this surface or this face. You can see, maybe it's hard to see, but you can see if your dynamic input is on. You can see that blue thingy, it's circle. It means it's the center of the face. And then type D for diameter option and enter 16. There you go. And then bring it up for 11.8. You see? That looks okay. And then for this sphere, the diameter for that is, or the radius for that is 4.32. So click this drop down arrow here and select sphere and click that in point or the tip of that cone in point, and then enter. The radius is 4.32. There. And then the next one, the next thing to do is bring your drawing to front view. I'm just gonna draw these rings. So the first one here has distance from this endpoint to endpoint is 22. So what I'm gonna do is draw a line. L for line command. Click anywhere on the screen. and enter 22. And the thickness for that is 3.16 as shown here. So I'm just gonna offset, or for offset command, enter, and enter 3.16. Click this object or line, click above that line, and inside modify panel, use fillet command from the ribbon. Just click this one and click that. Right click to repeat fillet, click this line and this line, and draw a line from midpoint to midpoint. Type TR for trim command, enter twice, just remove that. Erase this one, delete, just join the segments, and then revolve this one. Click this drop down arrow here and select revolve, or you can type REV for revolve command. Select the object you want to revolve, enter, and specify axis start point. Click this end point and to this end point, and enter 360 degrees. Now I'm gonna draw another one, which is this one here, this one. So bring this drawing to front view and draw a line for 16 millimeters, and the thickness for that is 1.8 as shown here. So offset and enter 1.8. Offset this line, and I'm just gonna use fillet rather than using arc. Click this line and this line, right click, repeat fillet, click this line and that line to cut this object. Trim, TR for trim command, enter twice, delete this one, and join the segments to make this into one object. And type REV for revolve command, click this object, enter, click this start point and this end point, and enter 360 degrees. Now I'm gonna change this drawing to 2D wireframe. I'm just gonna change this to maybe X-ray, it's easier. Now let's move this object, right click and select move, and locate the face, the center of the face, and then attach it to the center of this circle. And same process here, move, see that blue color, and attach it to the center of this one here. Now I'm gonna check. I'm gonna use shaded with edges. Oh, there's another one here. I'm just gonna use subtract command. Click this object, right click and select this one here. There you go. I think it looks good. And then another one is the bottom, which is the velvet. I'm gonna draw a circle. So C for circle command, just hover over here and click that circle on the face of the object, and just click that quadrant, and then click that circle, select, and then extrude that one for, click this drop down arrow here, extrude downward for 0.25, I think is the thickness. Now I'm gonna maximize this one. I'm gonna join the objects. So select union command, click this object, this one here, this one, enter, except for this velvet. So I'm gonna bring this to realistic, type materials, and select yellow pine, this one, the dark one. No, not dark. I'm gonna use the lighter color, maybe birch. I'm gonna try this one, see the color for this one. But yeah, that's okay. And then I'm just gonna boards all unused. I'm gonna copy this one to duplicate and use this one here as the current, and then edit that. Click that pen icon. I'm just gonna change the color to light color, and then see, it's light now. And then I'm gonna change this to semi or glossy varnish. That looks better. And then close this one. I'm just gonna turn off the grid. Now I miss that materials again. Select where is fabric? Here, and select velvet. Just bring it, click this arrow to bring it up here, and then I'm gonna click this object here and click velvet. I'm just gonna adjust the color, maybe make it lighter, or click this color. I'll select the lighter color, and then that's okay. There you go. I think we are done. And you can do, okay, solid, fillet edge, radius 0.25, enter, and select a chain option from the command prompt. Click that and click this one. Enter twice. Alright, fillet edge again, chain, go down to the command prompt and click that chain option. Click this one. Click here. Choose this one, right click and enter twice. Chain option again. Click this one here. Sometimes it just wouldn't work if you click everything. We'll see. Okay, enter twice. Yeah, it works. And continue cleaning up. It's up to you. You know, this one on the sides, and well, I think we're done. Thank you for watching, and please continue following my video. I'm gonna do a tower next time to complete the whole pieces, and see you again. Bye bye.